be proud to be a graduate of Adrian College. It's a good day to be a Bulldog. Thank you, and congratulations to the class of 2023.
Today's students on the threshold of a magical time in your life, a time of significant growth and introspection, self-awareness, challenge, and opportunity. A time when you will always look back at and say, you know what? Those were incredibly special years. Never experienced before I arrived and never replicated after you leave college.
Hey, Bulldogs! Welcome back to Docking Stadium for another night of Adrian College Bulldog Women's Soccer. I am Forrest Vernier alongside Braden Packard. Calvin Keys is your director. Logan Harmon will be working the camera. And we got Lizzie doing B-roll. And Braden, it's already a crazy feeling that it's already our second game working together.
Indeed it is, man. It's our second day. Back-to-back already. Different sports, though. Today we're doing soccer. Can't wait to see what ball players we got today.
Well, one player that we gotta look forward to is Anna Marie Foz-Moen, the sophomore wearing number 15. She had quite a performance on Wednesday when the Bulldogs defeated the Yellow Jackets 10-0. And I believe Anna Marie scored 3 goals during that game.
Indeed she did. Let's see if she can repeat that performance today against Baldwin Wallace.
Yeah, the Bulldogs will be taking on Baldwin Wallace University. As they're getting ready for the kickoff, Riley Mugrabi gets set right in the middle of the field. And for Baldwin University, as they get into their wherever they need to be, as we have 45 minutes on the clock for this first half. As Mugrabi waits, and here's the kickoff as she passes it to Josie Huber. And there's a header from Wallace University. Huber's got the ball again, passes over to Sarah Hohenscheid. Tries to get to Mugrabi, but it gets right over to the goalie, Abby Pfeiffer, I believe. As Josie Huber passes it over to Kaylee Bowden. Bowden right over to Kelsey Zoli. Zoli passes it over back to Bowden. Bowden back to Mugrabi. And Mugrabi kicks it over to Anna-Marie Fosmoen. Bowden trying to keep it from going to the touchline. And now Mia Fortonis now has it. Passes it over to Lexi Thompson. And it's getting by Carly Behringer. And we're going to get our first throw in. And the header from Bowden goes out of bounds. As
whether we're going to get another throw in.
And the header from Elise Fries. And we'll have already our third throw in. Fosmoen passes it over to Mugrabi. And a good play by Lexi Thompson. And she gets it over to Kaylee Neal. And Zoli tries to get to it, but it gets right by her. Caitlin Dake trying to look for it. And Victoria Pylon pops it up. And another header. Fosmo kicks it up. And now Mia Fortonis passes it on over to right over to Natalie Stewart. And Sydney Anderson passes it to Elise Fries. Fries trying to keep it from going to the touchline again. Good kick. And the ball's rolling over to the end line. That is Darcy. That's Darcy Schoen. Will be the goalie for Baldwin Wallace.
What a nice save by Baldwin Wallace. Was that Darcy?
Yes, that was Darcy Schoen. And Mugrabi stumbles, but she gets up. Looks like she's okay. And we'll see what the ref's call is. As Josie Huber has the ball.
Nice to see her get right back up, though.
Looks like this will either be a penalty kick or a nice kick from Josie Huber. And it gets right by Sarah Hohenscheid.
Fell right into the end line.
And it's picked up by Darcy Schoen. As we're going to have a goal kick. As Behringer passes it over to Natalie Stewart. And it gets right back to Schoen. And now Baldwin Wallace University on offense. And a good kick. And a nice header. Caitlin Dake trying to get it. Now Kelsey Zoli. Now it's passed back
Pass back to Darcy.
as she makes a good pass to Carly Behringer. And now Bowden to Zoli, to Fosmoen, to Hohenscheid, to Kaylee Neal. As she tries to get it over to Mia Fortonis.
We got some runners.
And Baldwin Wallace trying to get their first goal of the night. And it just barely gets by.
Good save by the Bulldogs.
And it looks like we're going to get a corner kick.
I believe that'll be our first corner kick of the game.
And it goes right to the other side. And it gets by Riley Mugrabi. Fosmoen trying to come get it again. And good defense shown from Kaylee Bowden. Now Fosmoen with a good steal.
Fosmoen passes
And
it.
Riley Mugrabi comes to get it. But a good block from Natalie Stewart, I believe. As we're going to get another throw in.
I believe that is number 21.
That's Josie Huber, the senior. A few years back, graduated from Heartland High School. Passes over to Kaylee Bowden.
I believe that'll be another throw-in.
Now Kelsey Zoli comes to get it. And is she going to try to go for the goal? No, the ball gets right back in the hands of Wallace University.
Well, I
Again,
believe
good defense shown from Kaylee Bowden. Anderson with a good kick. And it bounces into Natalie Stewart. Fosmoen trying to steal it. Nice kick from Kaylee Bowden. And it gets by Mugrabi.
Ooh, nice headbutt. Nice headbutt by number...
That was Sarah Hohenscheid. And now we're going to get a throw in. Now Adrian College going to have to play some defense here. As that ball's passed over to Sydney Rice.
Oh, I believe they just got stripped.
Now Kaylee Bowden comes to get it. Fosmoen to Zoli.
Phenomenal pass.
Fosmoen will play that on her knees.
Ooh.
As that one gets right by Ella Barth, the junior from Highland. Went to high school at Mayfield.
Let's see what the ref's got to say about that. Oh, another throw-in.
Looked like that was going to be a corner kick from their position, but no, another throw-in. As that one gets to Natalie Stewart. And Zoli comes to get it. Nice kick from Kelsey Zoli. And it gets by Mugrabi. And that'll go out of play as we'll have another throw-in from the touchline.
This time by the Bulldogs, though. Number 18.
And that'll be thrown in from Victoria Pylon, the junior from Freeland, Michigan. Passes it over to Sydney Anderson. good header. Zoli comes to get it again. Passes it back to Pylon. Pylon with a good pass to Mugrabi. Right to Sarah Hohenscheid. That was kicked by Carly Behringer. And it gets close to the touchline, but good save there from Baldwin Wallace. And Taylor Fisher comes to get it. And a good job by the goalie, Taylor Fisher. Taylor Fisher is a senior from South Lyon, Michigan. Graduated from South Lyon High School.
Good pass.
And Fosmoen will come and get it. And she kicks it from the touchline to Kelsey Zoli. To Kaylee Bowden. Right to Riley Mugrabi. Back to Fosmoen. That's popped up. And a nice header from Hohenscheid. And the ball's heading toward the corner. Picked up from the goalie, Darcy Schoen. She rolls it over to Behringer. And it gets to the touchline. As we'll have a throw-in. And another header from Bowden. And a kick from Zoli. And Mugrabi wants it. Fosmoen tried to get it, but now Huber has it. And we'll see what the call is from the ref.
Ref's been making some good calls.
It's Huber with a nice kick. And a header from Caitlin Dake.
Another throw in by the Bulldogs.
And Anderson's got it. Kicked over to Fosmoen. Kelsey Zoli trying to maneuver around. The ball will get back to Baldwin Wallace. And a good kick. Zoli trying to come get it, trying to play some good defense. But it gets back to Tori Pylon. Pylon gets it past Mugrabi. And the ball gets loose. And it looks like we're going to get a new ball. As Tori Pylon will make another throw-in from the touchline. And Sydney Anderson waits for it. Tries to get it to Pylon. But that one was picked up by Sydney Mudge, the sophomore from Birch Run, Michigan.
Be a throw-in for Baldwin Wallace.
And that one gets to Caitlin Rich. As Mugrabi does some maneuvering. Gets to Caitlin Dake. And it ends up in Darcy Schoen's hands again.
That'll be another result in another throw-in for Baldwin Wallace.
As Mugrabi tried to maneuver around and play defense. But Sydney Mudge, I believe, throw that one in. Josie Huber gets it to Tori Pylon. Back to Mugrabi. Hohenscheid gets it to Foz Moen. Zoli. Good effort from Zoli. Nice. Hohenscheid tried to pass it to Foz Moen. Right to Kaylee Bowden. As we have a half hour left of play here at Docking Stadium. I'm Forrest Vernier on play-by-play. Braden Packard is your color commentator. Calvin Keys is your director. Logan Herman is working the top camera for us today, and Lizzie Grady will be doing our B-roll footage for us.
Let's see what's going on here.
Looks like either we're going to have a corner kick. Yes, we will, as Caitlin Dake gets ready for the corner kick. As she backs up, trying to make sure that that she has enough momentum. And it's caught by Darcy Schoen.
She's been making some good plays this game, this first half.
As the ball is pretty close to the touchline, heading towards the end line. And Elise Fries comes to get it. But it's passed on over to the goalie for Adrian College, Taylor Fisher. As she's backing up, trying to make sure she has enough momentum. Because the more the momentum, the farther the ball's going to go. And it's a line drive kick. And it's kicked up by Ella James. And it gets back to Fisher.
Fisher boots it.
And it's headed by Caitlin Dake. That's probably the best header I've seen all night. And another throw-in from Jillian Neal. Neal is a senior from Fairlawn. Now Carly Behringer kicks it towards the touchline. But Elise Fries played that ball. But it'll result in another throw-in from Natalie Stewart. Or no, that was Ella, or correction, that was Ella James. Ella James is one of the freshmen for Baldwin Wallace, who is from Loveland, where she went to high school. It's Foz Moen passes it over to Fries. And a good steal from Mia Fortonis. And nice play by Josie Huber. As Hohenscheid went for the header, but she missed. Now Zoli. A good play by Ella James as Fisher comes to pick it up.
Very good save by Fisher.
And a good kick from Fisher. And a good play from Foz Moen. And Zoli comes to get it. And she passed it over to Foz Moen, but it was headed by Ella James. As Mugrabi tries to come get it. And now Sarah Hohenscheid has it. Passes it over to Caitlin Dake. And the ball looks like it's getting loose. Headed toward the touchline. And so far, this has been a very back and forth game defensive-wise, but no score.
Indeed, both teams have come to play. Both teams have got some good offense. Both teams got really good goalies. Everyone's been doing their role really well.
And another line drive kick played by Josie Huber. Passes it over to Anna Marie Fosmoen. Fosmoen looks like she's on her way to the goal. But it was blocked by Kaylee Neal. Now Pylon comes to get it. And it gets by Caitlin Dake. Coming to get that one is Mugrabi. And now Elise Fries to Hohenscheid. And back to Caitlin Dake. And she kicks it from the touchline. And it's popped up by Carly Behringer. And it's passed over to Ella James. It's headed towards the goal. Fisher comes to get it. Pass over to Natalie Stewart. Fisher dives for it, and she's got it.
What another great save by Fisher.
Now, Braden, what are your thoughts on the defense from both teams so far?
Well, my thoughts on the defense so far has been pretty good. I mean, everyone's been doing their role. Everyone's been active. Everyone's been communicating really well. Everyone's been together. Everyone's been like, you see it on offense too, that everyone's just surrounding each other. Everyone's communicating as well, getting some good passes.
Now Kelsey Zoli passes it on over to Josie Huber.
Ooh.
And that one gets by Ella Barth.
Let's see what the ref have to say about that. To give a result on the penalty kick.
And Baldwin Wallace with the kick. And it's played off by Pylon. Right over to Natalie Stewart. And it's kicked up by Bowden. And it gets to the touchline right past Anna Marie Fosmoen. And we're going to get a throw in. Ella James makes sure she has it where she wants it. And that one's right at Sydney Rice. Rice kicks it through, gets past Pylon. Right past to the end line, and Anderson with a good save. And it comes to Mugrabi. Mugrabi trying to do some maneuvering. Now Kelsey Zoli. And now right to Kaylee Bowden. As this one's heading toward the corner. Now Ella James will get ready for her second consecutive throw-in. And the ref blows the whistle. We'll see what the call will be pretty shortly.
I believe someone's getting subbed out.
Yeah, it looks like Lexi Thompson is coming out of the game. And a nice header from Kaylee Bowden. Now that one's passed over to Caitlin Rich. And this one's going to be close, but a nice kick from Kaylee Bowden. And now Kelsey Zoli calling for Fosmoen to get ready. And she's got it. And she passes it back to Zoli.
Zoli now looking where to pass it. Passes it back to...
And it gets over Fosmoen. And this one's going to be close toward the end line. And it looks like they both stumbled, but they get back up just okay.
Glad to see that everybody's doing okay. Glad to see nobody's hurt so far. Well, Hoping that nobody gets hurt this game.
And now Darcy Schoen, the junior from Chicago, Illinois. Went to high school at a college prep school at St. Ignatius. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly.
Be another throw in for Baldwin Wallace.
Yeah, that was a nice throw in from Ella James. And it gets by Mugrabi. And the pop-up kick from Ella James. And Fosmoen stumbled a little, but recovers. Well, we're going to get another throw-in from Ella James. As she passes it over to Natalie Stewart. And a header from Sarah Hohenscheid. And it's headed toward the corner, almost to the end line, as Pylon passes it to Kelsey Zoli. Zoli working on her maneuvering. Trying to get it past. Trying to get it past Jillian Neal. "19 minutes left to go. Still 0-0. It's Bowden with the throw-in. And the header from Ella James. And the ref calls for the whistle. What will the call be this time?
It will result for a free kick for the. Oh.
And Huber gets the free kick. And we're getting a new ball. Ella James with the throw-in.
Another throw-in for Baldwin Wallace.
And that ball gets, looks like that one went almost into the stands.
Indeed it was, man. And it results in another throw-in for the Bulldogs. Baldwin Wallace recovers.
Good offense shown from Baldwin Wallace.
Really, they're switching balls now.
And Tori Pylon will get ready for a throw-in from the touchline. And a nice throw. And it gets by Kelsey Zoli to Riley Mugrabi. Pass it over to Fosmoen. And it gets by Mugrabi. She's going to try to come get it before it reaches the touchline. And that one gets through Kaylee Neal. As Schoen comes to pick it up.
Schoen has a nice boot.
And Josie Huber went for the header, but she missed. And it gets by Fosmoen, played by Ella James. Now to Natalie Stewart. That one gets to Sydney Rice. And the header from Kaylin Rich. And now Tori Pylon made the play on that one. So it will result in another throw-in. Nice kick from Sydney Anderson. It's to Mugrabi. And she's going to try to either, yes, she passed it to Fosmoen, but it gets back to Mugrabi. Courtesy of defense from Baldwin Wallace.
Dude, both sides have been playing immaculate defense. Let's just see if we can get the first score of the game before the end of the first half.
Now Mugrabi gets it over to Caitlin Dake. But again, good defense shown from Baldwin Wallace.
Let's see if it'll be what kind of. I believe that'll be a corner kick for the Bulldogs.
Yep, that's right, Braden. It will be a corner kick from the senior Caitlin Dake. She is from Flushing, Michigan.
Ooh, what a nice save by number 40, Darcy Schoen on another team, Baldwin Wallace.
Schoen with a nice high pop-up kick. And a good play by Hohenscheid. Gets to Fosmoen. Well, it looks like that was Natalie Stewart that took a little tumble. Let's see if she's okay. She seems to be getting up.
That's good to see. Good to see that she got up good.
The trainer comes to check on her. It looks like she's all right. But she's going to be coming out of this game, at least for now. And substituting Natalie Stewart will be Ellie Piner, the senior from Crestwood. And Fosmoen is going to be on the sidelines for now. As Bree Akins, the freshman, will fill in for Fosmoen. Hohenscheid with the kick. And it gets right by the touchline.
Result for another throw-in for the Bulldogs. Number 18, Victoria Pylon.
And it gets right back to Pylon as she goes for another kick. It gets to Bree Akins. And now it's to Kelsey Zoli. With a nice steal. I believe that was Carly Behringer. Now Anderson tries to get it. Good defense shown from Sydney Anderson. The junior from Trenton, Michigan. Now passes it over to Mugrabi. That one gets right to Carly Behringer. Now to Ella Barth. Now Akins trying to come up with it, but it gets right back to Baldwin Wallace. It's popped up by Anderson. Fisher's going to have to be ready. But nice defense shown from Pylon. It looks like the head coach for the Bulldogs, Nathan Kronwetter, offering some good words of advice. As Taylor Fisher kicks it over to Kelsey Zoli. Now at Mugrabi. Plays it off her knees. Right to Kelsey Zoli. Zoli with a good pass to Bowden, but it gets by her to the touchline.
Going on the sideline, and that will result in another throw-in for the Baldwin Wallace.
That one's heading toward the corner, almost to the end line. As we'll have a throw-in from Kaylee Bowden, the senior from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And a good header from Zoli. As Jillian Neal passed it over.
I think that will result for another throw-in for the Bulldogs. Number 6, Kaylee Bowden.
Now Josie Huber comes to get it. Has to do some maneuvering. Pass it over to Sarah Hohenscheid. That one's right over to Victoria Pylon. Pylon with the pass to Hohenscheid.
Baldwin Wallace recovers the ball. Then the ball. Oh, Bulldogs recover.
Good recover from Zoli. As that one gets by Mugrabi. And a good kick from Carly Behringer. Gets over to Elise Fries. Right at Bree Aikens. And Zoli's able to take it herself. As Huber with the kick.
That will result in another throw-in for the Bulldogs.
It's like it'll either be that or a corner kick.
Ooh. Indeed, it will be a corner kick. My apologies, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, it will be a throw.
Oh, wait, no, a throw-in. Correction.
Because we just got about a little bit more than 10 minutes left on the clock for the first half. 0-0, both sides. Everyone's playing immaculate defense, though. Everyone's playing their role. Ooh, as we get another headbutt.
That was a nice header from Kaylee Bowden. Heading toward the corner. It looks like Sydney Rice and Sydney Mudge will be substituted by Bailey Hall and Alyssa Scatino. Both seniors. And now Huber passes it over to Bowden. Bowden gets it over to Fries.
Fries boots it and it ends up out of bounds.
Almost into the stands, Braden.
That was a pretty good kick. Pretty good calculated kick. I feel like that's what she wanted to do. Ooh. As that will result in another throw-in for Baldwin Wallace.
Now Ella James gets ready. Fries gets that one, but it gets over Mugrabi. That one rolls over to Schoen. A little more than 8 minutes remaining here in this first half. Now Kelsey Zoli has it. Passes it over to Anderson. Anderson with a nice line drive kick. That was popped in the air. And a header from Kaylee Bowden. And Bowden plays that one off her knees.
Bowden's been playing some immaculate offense and defense this game. Really nice to see that. As we got about 7 minutes and 40 seconds left in the first half. Hoping to see the first score of the game.
As Bowden gets ready for a throw-in. Pass it to Kelsey Zoli. Back to Bowden. And it bounces in front of Mugrabi. Headed by Kaylee Neal. Caitlin Dake. To Pylon. Right to Bowden. And a nice steal from, that was Bailey Hall, who just came into this game earlier. And that ball gets to the touchline.
Be number 6, Kaylee Baldwin throwing it in.
Gets to Josie Huber. It looked like she stumbled, but gets up. And the ball gets right to the end line. But Darcy's showing. We'll get ready. And she passes it over to Bailey Hall, but the ref blows the whistle. Let's see what the call will be.
Believe it'll be another throw-in for the Bulldogs.
Now Pylon will throw it in. Headed by Hohenscheid. Looks like Kelsey Zoli took quite a second to make a stretch.
I believe we're doing a foul shot for the Bulldogs.
Kaylin Dake goes for the kick. And it just gets by.
Result in a corner kick for the Bulldogs.
And Dake makes sure the ball is, she has it where she needs it. Backs up, making sure she has the momentum, and she goes for it. And it's caught by the goalie Schoen. Less than 5 minutes to go in this first half, still no score.
Both teams have been playing really good defense, though. Everyone's been playing their roles. Everyone's been doing what they're supposed to be doing.
That one gets by Bree Akins. She tries to maneuver for it, but it gets to the touch line. And now Grace Helmke, the freshman from Manchester, Michigan, coming into this game for the first time.
Nice header by Baldwin.
Now Tori Pylon. Passes it to Sydney Anderson. Gets it over to Bowden. But a nice steal from Ella Barth. And now Jillian Neal has it. And now Mugrabi's got it to Kelsey Zoli. And Zoli passes on over to Bowden. Close to the touchline, but a good save. Now Alyssa Scatino, who recently just came to this game as well, passes it on over to Ella Barth for another throw-in. Less than 3.5 minutes left. Again, still no score in this first half.
Bowden with another header.
Now Mia passes it on over to Kaylee Neal. Now Dake tries to come get it. But now Tori Pylon gets it right by Bree Akins. Now Baldwin has it again. Akins trying to maneuver for it. Again, good offense shown from Baldwin Wallace University. As we have about 2.5 minutes left to go. And the clock is ticking.
This has been a really intense first half, though. Both sides have been playing really good defense, really good offense. But you really like to see that goalie play from both sides. Both sides have really been playing some immaculate plays.
Yeah, absolutely, Braden. The goalie is definitely an important position you have to have in soccer. Because you always got to watch where the ball is going, no matter how far or close it is.
That will result in another throw-in for the Bulldogs. Bowden will be throwing it in.
Bowden gets ready, making sure the ball goes where she wants it to go. Now it gets right by Bree Akins, but she recovers quick. And now Mugrabi tries to get to Kelsey Zoli, but no. Oh, now Ellie Fries has it. 1.5 minutes to go. For those of you that are just tuning in, this has been a really good game defensive-wise, but still no score. Again, I'm Forrest Vernier with Braden Packard. Calvin Keys is your director. Logan Harmon working top camera.
As Victoria Pion threw it in.
Now Zoli has the ball, and she goes for the goal. But no, it is caught by Darcy Schoen. What an effort, though, from Kelsey Zoli. .40 seconds to go. And this one's going to be close, but it gets to the end line.
Schoen gets ready to boot it.
20 seconds left to go. Schoen backs up, makes the kick. 10 seconds left. Both teams looking to finish strong here for this first half. 5 seconds left. Right to Zoli, 2 seconds left. And that's all she wrote for the first half. As the score is still 0-0. And we're going to take a 15-minute break here, but don't go anywhere. We'll be right back in 15 minutes for the second half. This is the home of Adrian College Sports.
There's so many firsts, lasts, and in-betweens. We're certainly not the last class to get a smile and a kiss from Bruiser walking across campus. We are never going to be the last class to begin our college careers by serving our local community and pursuing our passions. Above all else, come hell or high water, we will never be the last class to come to Adrian College and find a motivated and supportive community of students, faculty, and staff, and leave with the skills and tools needed to be inspiring industry leaders and professionals with high hopes and dreams for our bright futures ahead. The people and the experiences that we are most grateful for are the ones that will continue us on this upward path for the rest of our lives. In the spirit of gratitude, thank you to my fellow classmates for being a part of this community with me. Whether we spent most of these moments together or barely crossed paths, you contributed your gifts and talents to continue the legacy of this incredible community. Thank you for prioritizing the preservation of the Adrian College experience and for continually seeking to develop the institution's ability to develop both the knowledge in our heads and the care in our hearts.
Thank you to the roommates, friends, teammates, and peers who, although we have only known each other for 4 years, it seems impossible to think about being surrounded by anyone else in the coming weeks. We celebrated each other's accomplishments, became each other's biggest cheerleaders, and never let each other struggle alone. College has been called the most formative years of our lives, but I can say for certain that these last 4 years have included both the most amazing and most difficult moments of my life. One constant, however, is the support of my friends through it all. It is impossible to thank everyone who makes up our AC family. Together, you have each played an integral role in helping us achieve this momentous milestone.
And you be proud to be a graduate of Adrian College. It's a good day to be a Bulldog. Thank you, and congratulations to the class of 2023.
Today's students on the threshold of a magical time in your life, a time of significant growth and introspection, self-awareness, challenge, and opportunity. A time when you will always look back at and say, you know what? Those were incredibly special years. Never experienced before I arrived and never replicated after you leave college.
And welcome back as we get ready for the second half, as the Bulldogs are playing against the Baldwin Wallace University, the Yellow Jackets.
Looks like both teams are getting ready to warm up before the beginning of the half. It's nice to see that. Don't really want to see anybody getting hurt.
As we have 25 seconds left to go, and Braden, it was quite a first half defensively, but no goals yet from either side.
Indeed, both of the goalies, Fisher and Shohan, have been playing immaculate defense. Both of them have gotten a lot of saves in the first half. Let's see if they can keep that up.
Yeah, there have been quite a handful of throw-ins and corner kicks.
I believe we're getting ready to start the half.
And getting ready to do the kick is Sydney Rice. As we get ready for another 45 minutes of Bulldog soccer. So pull up, for those of you watching home, pull up a chair, get some popcorn as we get ready for this second half. And the Yellow Jackets have offense of the ball. Now it's passed over to Sydney Mudge, who had 2 shots back in the first half as the ref calls for the whistle.
I believe that.
Now this will be a free kick. As Elliot's Freese. And Zoli plays that on her knees, and it looks like Mia Fornitas, one of her shoes came off, but she's able to get it on pretty quick.
It will result in another throw-in for the Bulldogs.
And let's take a look at that again, Braden. What are your thoughts on this play?
Well, I gotta say, the goalie made a heck of a play, man. It just hit the ball, was right there when it needed to be.
And now Sydney Mudge making her way, trying to get towards the goal. But it was stopped by Sydney Anderson. And now Jillian Neal. And it's caught by Taylor Fisher. Wow.
Another save of the game.
And let's take a look at that one again. Yeah, watch how Taylor Fisher catches this one.
All that concentration, the hand-eye coordination to bring that in.
Yeah, not a bad kick from Jillian Neal, but good defense shown from Fisher. And now Ella Barth does some maneuvering. Tries to pass it over, but gets past Kaylee Neal. And it gets almost to the touch line. It gets past Foz Moen. And it's going towards Fisher again, and she picks it up again.
Another great play by Fisher.
And a nice kick high in the air, right at Caitlin Dake. The ball gets loose right by her as Tori Pylon will get ready for the throw-in as Mugrabi plays that off on her knees. And Dake, some maneuvering, gets down the foul line. And we'll see what the call will be.
Unbelievably throw-in for the Bulldogs. Number 18, Victoria Pylon.
Zoli stumbled a little as she played on her knees, but she gets up okay. And a nice kick by Sydney Anderson. Now it gets by Dake. Down towards the, close to the touch line. The ref blows the whistle.
Let's see what the call is. The Victoria Pylon with the kick, getting ready to go.
And a nice kick from Pylon. And a nice header from Zoli. Gets it over to Fosmoen.
Fosmoen boots it.
Way over the goal. And we're going to take a look at that again. Yeah, let's watch this play. Now watch what Fosmoen does here.
You know, she had the right idea in mind. She just had a little bit too much power behind the kick.
And that one gets right behind the Adrian College goal. As Pylon kicks it over to Taylor Fisher.
Fisher gets ready to boot it.
40 minutes left here in the second half. Again, still nothing.
Both sides have been playing really good defense. I gotta say, everyone's been playing their role. Everyone's been doing everything. You know, everyone's been there. No one really seems to be tired, which is a really good thing. One seems to be really well adjusted to the game.
Now Pylon picks it up, gets the throw in, popped up by Josie Huber, and Kaylee Neal with the header. And we get a new ball as it's thrown in by Ella Barth.
Another good header by the Bulldogs.
I believe that was either Sarah Hohenscheid. Now
the Yellow Jackets have possession.
A little stumble from Kaylee Bowden, but quickly recovers. And a nice steal from Kelsey Zoli. She passes it over to Fosmoen. And it's taken by Ella James.
That will result in for a throw-in for the Yellow Jackets.
Now Ella Barth gets it in. Sydney Rice with the kick. Anderson tries to come get it. Makes a good block.
Let's see what the call is. That'll be another throw-in for the Yellow Jackets. Oh, no, for the Bulldogs.
Now Tori Pylon has it. Now remember, this is one of only 2 exceptions for where you are allowed to use your hands to touch the ball. Either when you're throwing it in or if you are the goalie. Now Kelsey Zoli comes to get it. Has the ball where she wants it. And let's take a look at this.
Good passing by the Bulldogs to get it in position. What a nice pass right there. And then Shohan was just right there for the defensive play, for the save.
Now Dake passes it over to Josie Huber. Now it's kicked by Kaylee Neal. And now to Jillian Neal. Neal with a good line drive kick. Now Tori Pylon.
Pylon's directing traffic.
Now Caitlin Dake has it. Mugrabi. Looks like Dake has it where she wants it. But a header from Ella James. Dake tries to come get it. She might have waited too long as it was kicked by Ella Barth. But it gets right by Ella Barth as the ball's headed toward the corner.
Ooh. Hope she's all right. That was number 4, Caitlin Dake, getting by the ball. Hoping that she's all right. Walking it off like a champ.
A nice kick from the goalie. From Darcy Schoen. Dake went for the header. And now Zoli's got it. Trying to make sure she kicks it where she wants to kick it. Back to Caitlin Dake. Dake with a nice kick. And another catch from Darcy Schoen.
Another save by Schoen.
Yeah, I believe that's probably her third or fourth save of this second half.
I believe this will be a throw-in for the Yellow Jackets. We just got a little bit more than 35 minutes left on the clock for the second half.
And now Kelsey Zoli has it. And Dake comes to get it. Trying to maneuver around Jillian Neal. But the ball gets out of bounds. As this will be another throw-in. That one's rolled over as Josie Huber comes to get it. No, it looks like this will be a free kick for Huber. A nice kick from Huber. Popped up by Sarah Hohenscheid, and it's headed by Ella James.
See what the call is by the ref. Sean will get ready to boot it. Oh, nice little pass.
Bowden kicks it out of bounds. This will be a throw-in from the Yellow Jackets. Good effort from the Bulldogs and good defense as they have the ball again. Now Mugrabi trying to maneuver. But a nice steal from the Yellow Jackets. Again, no score.
Indeed, both sides have been playing really good defense. We haven't really seen a lot of offense besides passing, but it just everyone's been playing immaculate defense.
Now Darcy Schoen gets ready, makes a nice kick, high in the air. But Huber with a nice play. But it ricochets right off of Zoli, but it looks like she's okay.
She eats those for breakfast, I gotta say. She gets right back up, and nice to see that.
And the ref calls with the whistle. Let's see what the play will be. Looks like it'll either be a throw-in or a free kick. We'll see what happens here.
It'll be a free kick. Heinlein will be doing it.
And now Jillian Neal kicks it right over to Natalie Stewart. Now Huber over to Mugrabi. Right to Zoli. Zoli gets it over to Caitlin Dake. And Dake will make that one go. Nice head bump by Josie Huber. Zoli's got the ball again. Hohenscheid. Right over by Foz Moen and Ella James.
The
Yeah, nice.
Yellow Jackets still have the ball.
This one's heading past the 30 and the south 30, 20 and 10. Get towards the end line. Anderson will give that one to Taylor Fisher.
Let's see what Fisher decides to do with the ball.
As she backs up. Because remember, the farther you back up, the farther the ball will go. Because of the momentum that you gain.
Well, that kick will result in a throw-in for the Yellow Jackets.
Now Elise Freese with a good kick. And it's kicked by Kaylee Neal. And it's picked up by Pylon for the throw-in. Josie Huber has to hurry. Now she's taking her time, getting it over, trying to get to Kaylin Dake. That one was close.
I believe it was. I would think that would result in a throw-in for the Bulldogs.
Now Tori Pylon will get ready to throw it in again. I believe this will be her third consecutive throw-in. And now Zoli with a nice play. And it's going to be close. But it gets right over the goal. But again, and let's take a look at that, Braden. Let's watch what happened here.
And a nice pass by Pylon to get that into her teammate. And then she just barely missed it. Would have been 3 points though. If it was football.
But with soccer, I believe it is just 1 point for goal.
Indeed.
And a nice header from Ella James. Now Zoli has the ball again. Gets it over to Caitlin Dake. Dake taking her time. Good strategy, making sure the ball does not go out of play. Now that one's kicked by Jillian Neal. Now Kaylee Bowden trying to make sure to slow the movement of the ball, making sure that it doesn't go somewhere where she doesn't want it to go. Now Foz Moen. Now to Kelsey Zoli. Zoli having good communication with her teammates. And now Dake tries to run after it. But a good pickup from Darcy Schoen. She picks it up and rolls it to Ella Barth. She passes that one to Caitlin Rich. Or correction, Kaylin Rich. I apologize.
Nice little double kick by the Yellow Jackets.
And the ref blows the whistle. We'll see what the call will be. And it's going to be thrown in from Ella Barth. 28 minutes left to go.
As Ella Barth is directing traffic.
Now Hohenscheid. Looks like she has it where she wants it. But no, it's stolen by Kaylee Neal. And a nice kick from Sydney Mudge. And it gets right back to Kaylee Bowden. Now Ella Barth to Sydney Mudge. Now Mugrabi tried chasing after it. But it's taken away by Jillian Neal. Now right back to Bowden. To Foz Moen. Foz Moen passes it over to Mugrabi. Now Foz Moen trying to chase after it. It's going to be another close one. And another pickup from Darcy Schoen.
Another boot by Schoen.
She kicks it high and far. But at least Fries, looks like she stumbled. And now Taylor Fisher picks it up.
Let's see if Fries is okay. She seems to be still down.
Yeah, it looks like she's down on her hands and knees. And it looks like we're going to take a short break here or will we, as we make sure. Oh wait, no, Fries gets back up. It looks like she's okay.
I think that'll result in a kick for Fisher.
Now Fisher with a nice kick. Now Elise Fries coming over to get it.
That would result in a throw-in for the Yellow Jackets. That is
And the throw-in.
number 3, Ella James.
And a good header from Sydney Anderson. Down the line. Right to Mugrabi. And that one gets over Tori Pylon. Now good offense shown from the Yellow Jackets. That one bounces right over the net. 25.5 minutes left to go in this second half. Still no score yet for either side. Again, I'm Forrest Vernier on play-by-play. Braden Paxton is your color guy. Now Ella James is getting the ball set for a corner kick. As she backs up and does the corner kick. And another good catch from Taylor Fisher. And looks like let's take a look at that one again. Let's watch what happens here.
It takes a lot of hand-eye coordination to be a goalie. It takes a lot. Just got to be focusing on the ball, and then she just got it. She snagged it. Really nice to see that play.
Again, that's why it's always important to watch the ball when you're the goalie. No matter how far or close the ball is to you.
I believe there'd be a sub.
Alana Earl is going to come in and sub for Caitlin Dake. Also, Zoe Greenbaum is going to come in and sub for Riley Mugrabi. And Darcy gets it over to making sure her team's ready offense-wise. Now Zoe Greenbaum, who just came to this game, tries to get the ball. But again, good offense shown from the Yellow Jackets. As the Yellow Jackets have another throw-in. Now Anderson tried to get to Josie Huber, but a nice steal from Kaylin Rich. And it looks like Huber fell down, but she's helped up by Sarah Hohenscheid.
Nice to see that she got right back up, though.
It's always good to help your teammates and to make sure everybody is okay.
Indeed, this is a very aggressive game. Everyone thinks that it's not, but you could really hurt yourself playing soccer.
Now Anna-Marie Fosmoen kicks it over, and it gets toward the end line. And a new ball will be thrown in. Now Darcy Schoen gets the ball in position where she wants it, makes her kick. And a good header from Kelsey Zoli. Now Huber tries to maneuver around. But she gets ready to do a free kick.
Josie Zuber gets ready to get the kick. Huber.
Good kick from Josie. And a header. And a little backwards kick from Sarah Hohenscheid, but another ball, a new ball gets tossed in.
Sean gets ready to boot it in.
And it gets by Tori Pylon. And now Anderson helps her out. Anderson with the kick right to Alana Earl. Passes on over to Zoli. Zoli passes over to Anderson. And a good kick from Anderson over to Zoe Greenbaum. Plays it back to Zoli. Right at the north 30. A good kick from Tori Pylon. And a nice header. And Zoli with another good kick. Now Alana Earl comes to get it. And a block from Kaylee Neal. Now Sydney Rice has it. Now coming to get that one was Jenna Attell. Now Huber's got it.
Huber passes it back to Pylon.
Pylon. Trying to. Go ahead. What were you trying to say, Braden?
I was going to say Pylon with a nice pump fake there. I'm sorry for interrupting you, though.
Oh, no worries, no worries. Zoli with the kick. But it's caught again by Schoen. Yeah, let's take a look at that again, Braden. Let's see what happened here.
Again, Pylon with a nice pass. Ooh, doesn't weave. Ooh, nice catch by Schoen.
Yeah, Zoli with a nice kick. But it was a close one. As that could have been the first score of the night from either side.
Indeed, it's been a very long second half. Then again, it's been a everyone's been playing immaculate defense. Everyone's been there. Everyone's been ready to make a play.
And there's the header from Elise Fries. As we'll get a throw in from the Yellow Jackets. It stops right in front of Zoe Greenbaum. Zoe Greenbaum is a sophomore from Toledo, Ohio, the same city where I was born.
That's a really interesting fun fact.
And a nice header from Josie Huber. And another one from Tori Pylon. But the ball goes out of bounds. Now Zoli with the kick. But it ends up at the touchline. It'll be another throw-in. Throwing it in for the Yellow Jackets is Ellie Piner. Ellie Piner is a senior from Crestwood. The KY, I believe that stands for Kentucky.
I believe it does as well, as the Bulldogs get ready to throw it in.
As Zoe Greenbaum makes a good kick. But Schoen waits for it. Tosses it on over to Pinar. Alana Earl hesitated for a moment, but good effort from her. Now Kelsey Zoli has it. And she'll pass it to Huber. Huber with a nice kick. Josie Huber passes that one to Sydney Anderson. Anderson making good work with the ball. Passes over to Victoria Pylon. Now it's right back to Huber, right in the middle of the field. Now at Alana Earl. To Zoli. Between the north 30 and 40. To Pylon. Good defense shown again from the Yellow Jackets. Sarah Hohenscheid over to Anna Marie Fosmoen. Now Josie Huber. Pass it over to Sydney Anderson. Anderson right over to Kelsey Zoli. And she stumbles a little, but a good recover as she passes it over to Sydney Anderson. Anderson over to Zoe Greenbaum. Back to Zoli. As she gets that one back to Josie Huber. Huber gets that one to Sydney Anderson. Anderson showing good communication. She gets that one to Pylon, right to Greenbaum. Back to Pylon again. Right off of Fosmoen, right by Hohenscheid. And kicked by Mia. Right over to Freeze at the middle of the field.
Again, both sides have been playing really good defense. We just got about 15 and a half minutes left of the second half. It's been going a pretty good game. Everyone's been doing their role. Everyone's nice. It's really nice to see that.
Yeah, the clock is ticking, but still plenty of time. Zoli passes it over to Huber. Pylon has it where she wants it. Will it go in? No, it will not. And another save from Schoen, and let's take a look at this one again.
Huber with the pass. And there's Pylon with the kick, and then it just, Schoen with a nice defensive play, nice save.
Yeah, that was close. It's probably the closest one we've seen all night. Now Zoli goes for it, but she misses.
Nice attempt by Zoli. As we got two more subs coming in for the Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, for the Yellow Jackets, it'll be Alyssa Scatino and Sydney Mudge coming back into this game, substituting in for Sydney Rice. And Natalie Stewart as Schoen makes her kick. And a header from Zoe Greenbaum. And now Freese tries to come get it. Now let's see if this one will be close. A good block from Sydney Anderson. And the ref calls for the whistle. Let's see what his decision will be.
I think it will result in a kick for the Bulldogs.
As Josie Huber gets into her position, gets ready for, I believe, what you call a free kick. And a nice kick. Now Zoli's got it. Passes it over to Victoria Pylon. Pylon over to Alana Earl. Greenbaum kicks it. Headed toward the corner. Earl's got it. As Pylon will get a new ball. Tossed to her from the ball boy.
She's directing traffic right now.
Now, she tried to pass it to Zoli, but it gets right through her legs. And now Anderson tries to go for it. Good recover from Sydney Anderson. But it looks like this will be another throw-in from the Yellow Jackets.
The substitution in for the Yellow Jackets. Number one got subbed in for number 42, Lexi Thompson.
Just under 12 minutes left here in the second half. And it's back to Pylon as she makes the kick. Now Fosmoen with the header. Now it's kicked high in the air. Kaylee Bowden tries to go for it. But she'll have to pick it up and do a throw-in. And she makes the throw-in. Fosmoen plays it on her knees. She passes it on over. But now the Yellow Jackets have the ball back again. And a good header from Fries. And it's kicked right off of Zoli, and it rolls out of play.
It was a result in a throw-in for the Yellow Jackets.
Now Alana Earl passes that one over to Zoli. Zoli making good work and good speed with the ball. And it gets right by Alana Earl, headed toward the corner. But what an effort, though, from Earl trying to chase after the ball.
Indeed, that was. She put her heart and soul into that, but it was just a little bit too fast. Had that extra bounce.
Now the kick from Schoen. But it gets right to Pylon. That one gets to Huber. Huber to Sydney Anderson. Anderson kicks it back to Huber. Huber right over to Zoli. Zoli takes her time with it. A good job by Zoli maneuvering around with the ball. Now Anderson with the kick. Now Fosmoen. And this one's going to be close. But it gets right by the goal. And now let's take a look at this replay, Braden.
Indeed, Fosmoen had the right idea in mind, had the footwork, and then passed it right back, and then unfortunately just right past it. Right past it.
Less than 9 minutes left to go, and still no score for either the Bulldogs or the Yellow Jackets. And Fisher comes to pick it up. Good work from Taylor Fisher as she got to the ball just in time before one of the Yellow Jackets could steal it. It's Caitlin Dake. Looks like she slid down, but she gets up okay.
I believe that will result in a free kick for the Bulldogs.
Now Pylon with the kick. But a header from Kaylee Neal. Now Fosmoen tries to make it from going out of play. But it will go out of play as the Yellow Jackets will throw it in. Played on the knees. And Sydney Rice and Grace Helmke are coming into this game and substituting in for Alyssa Scatino and Mia Fortonis. Seven and a half minutes left here at Docking Stadium. Now Zoli has it. Passes it over to Dake. Dake with does a good job slowing the ball down. Pylon kicks it over to Greenbaum. And now Sarah Hohenscheid. But Ella James with the steal. Now Freese. And that ball heads toward the touchline. Now we have 7 minutes left. Now the clock is ticking, Braden.
Indeed it is. Both teams have been playing really good defense on both sides of the ball. I mean, everyone's been passing. Everyone's been making the right plays. It's just everyone's just got that. It's just a little bit too much juice in those kicks. I hope that everyone seems to get a turnaround.
That was Kaylee Bowden with the kick over to Foz Moen. And Zoli over to Greenbaum. Dake tries to chase after it. Comes to get it. Now a good block by Greenbaum.
What a great play by the ref.
It looks like this will be a free kick. As this will be Josie Huber's third time doing a free kick. And a good kick. And the header from Neal. There's a nice kick from Bowden. Heads toward the touchline. Anderson trying to come get it. But she's able to stop it. But it gets toward the touchline as she throws it in. Now Zoli. Zoli's got the ball. Now it's back to Greenbaum. Right to Foz Moen. Now Caitlin Dake passes it over to Huber. Pylon comes to get it. Tries to get the ball in a good spot. It looks like she went a little too far past the goal.
Great passing by the Bulldogs. Really like to see that in the game. I'd like to see that great communication as we see two more people. I believe that is another sub for the Yellow Jackets.
As Ellie Piner is coming towards the sidelines. She'll get a substitute. We'll see who it is. Now Sydney Anderson takes her time with it. But it gets right by Pylon. As the Yellow Jackets will have a throw-in from Ella Barth. And Lexi Thompson is coming out to the sidelines as well.
Subbed in by Jillian Neal, number 8.
And Natalie Stewart is back into this game as well. And now Anderson plays that off on her knees. Now at Kelsey Zoli. Showing good work with the feet.
As we have just about 3.5 minutes left on the clock for the second half.
That one's kicked by Elise Freese, but it goes out of bounds.
This will result in for a throw-in for the Yellow Jackets.
Now Mia's coming in to substitute in for Grace Helmicke. Less than 3 minutes left in the second half. Still no score from either team. And now Foz Moen, I believe, is the one who has it right now. Passes it back to Sarah Hohenscheid. Hohenscheid makes good work, but it's taken back from the Yellow Jackets. Anderson chasing after it. But Fisher says that she's going to get it.
Fisher gets ready to boot it.
Now Zoe Greenbaum trying to maneuver around. And it's going to roll over to the Yellow Jackets goalie, Darcy Schoen. Now Caitlin Dake trying to show some defense.
Indeed, both sides have been really good at that defensive side. We just need to see some offense. You know, it's just we're just about at a minute 45 left in the second half. Hope to see some substitutions, see some adjustments. As the Yellow Jackets get ready for a free kick.
So we have a minute and a half left to go. As Hohenscheid gets it over to Fosmoen. Fosmoen has to hurry. But she's got it. Now at Caitlin Dake. As Schoen comes to get it. A little more than a minute remaining.
That was a nice boot by Schoen.
1 minute left to go here at Docking Stadium.
That was a throw-in by the Yellow Jackets. By number 3, Ella James.
And it gets right by Fisher. As she goes down, let's hope she's okay.
Yeah, she's holding on to that knee.
We have 30 seconds left to go. Yeah, Fisher looks like she might be hurt.
She's holding on to that knee on the way down, hoping that she's okay. Hope she gets back up.
And the clock is stopped as a couple of athletic trainers are coming in to check in on her.
Today's students on the threshold of a magical time in your life, a time of significant growth and introspection, self-awareness, challenge, and opportunity. A time when you will always look back at and say, you know what? Those were incredibly special years. Never experienced before I arrived and never replicated after you leave college.
And we are back here at Docking Stadium as Caitlin Stanton is gonna be our new goalie for the Bulldogs, as Taylor Fisher is gonna be taken out of the game, but she seems to be doing okay.
Glad to see her get back up though, as we have 28 seconds left on the clock.
20 seconds left. Now Caitlin Dake stumbled a little. She gets back up okay. 10 seconds left. Both teams looking to... And it looks like we're going to run out of time for tonight. But overall, what an effort from both the Bulldogs and the Yellow Jackets, as it was quite a back and forth defensive, but this game ended in no scores from either side. Braden, what were your overall thoughts on this matchup tonight?
I gotta say, I gotta shout out to both of those goalies on both sides, on the Bulldogs and on the Yellow Jackets. Darcy Shohan with some phenomenal plays, but also Fisher with some phenomenal plays as well on both sides. You love to see those saves. You like to see everyone doing them great passes and directing traffic like you're supposed to as a goalie. You like to see that.
Yeah, overall, the biggest moments of the night have to be definitely from Kelsey Zoli and Tori Pylon, as they were both really close to scoring a goal, but again, like you said, great defense shown from the goalie Darcy Shohan.
Indeed, both sides have some great offense. It's just I don't know, that defense is just on both sides just shut everybody out.
Well, we would like to thank everybody for tuning in and watching and listening to tonight's game. As always, we have a hard-working crew with us today, from Lizzie Grady to Logan Harmon, from Calvin Keys and Braden Packard. I am Forrest Vernier here on ACTV. But before I sign off, I just thought I'd like to remind those of you that are watching to click on the button that says subscribe and tap the bell for notifications so you don't miss another one of our streams. Have a good night from Docking Stadium. And as always, go in love and peace.
continue to take pride and learn from Asa Mahan's leadership today.